Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my new improved underwater base. Pow, hope you enjoy it. Hit the like button. Today we're going to be doing the Well podcast. Since people have been continually asking me on basically every video to continue discussing Raid Shadow Legends, I decided I would do that in a longer form with guests. And that way I will stay away from the daily, everyday game sucks content and instead be doing more longer term analytical talks with some of the people that are my friends in the Raid Shadow Legends category. We'll be doing some podcasts here and there. That being said, subscribe for more videos like this one. This talk will be with my friend Jgigs. We talk from everything from the fusion to how he currently feels about Raid, if he's playing the game, and I use him to kind of tell me what's going on with the latest news since I haven't been in game myself lately. I love y'all. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're doing great. Grab yourself your cup. And get ready to talk to, there you go, Jgigs. Get ready to talk to Jgigs because what we have today, and I know you're probably thinking, Darth, talking about Raid Shadow Legends. That's right. I am actually going to talk about Raid Shadow Legends because I'm bringing Jgigs. Actually, I have no idea what's going on. Jgigs is going to explain everything that's going on because I'm kind of curious. So Jgigs, without further ado, he has sent me some images here. And I'm going to pull up number one. Can you explain what this is? Which, pow, what I'm showing now is the Ranger Myrrh. Here's telling Instagram a fusion for a new legendary champion, apparently. So you guys are getting a new fusion.
Yeah, this is they're trying something new here. I believe they're calling it a fusion. And what you'll do is you'll feed a bunch of other champions in the game to try to get a new champion that you then will probably not do anything with.
I like that.
So it's risky, but I like it. I like that they're being innovative now.
And they leaked, I say leak, but it's on Twitter, right? They sent this image out to people on Twitter. I saw this one, and I'm assuming this is kind of telling us the people that are going to be fused into it, yeah? Is that Gorgle Rab?
Yeah. I think it's Necro Hunter, Bushi, Bone Keeper, and then I think Basher is the Void for this one.
Bonekeeper? Or you think that's Shaman?
I think so. Or I guess it's not Shaman, right? Bonekeeper has two swords, right?
You know, maybe you're right. I don't know. They kind of look the same, don't they?
Yeah. Let's see.
That's Bushy or Missionary for sure, right?
Wait a minute. That's Shaman?
Is it? Does Bonekeeper only have one sword? Did we figure something out?
No, Bonekeeper and Shaman are exactly the same.
Okay,
well, slight color difference, so it's hard to tell. It's got to be Bonekeeper, right?
Okay, well, leave a comment and guess if it's Bonekeeper or Shaman. It's probably Bonekeeper, right? I mean, they don't want to have a fusion character be the one that everyone gets for free. Should we flip a coin?
Yeah.
You know, and just see? All right, iPhone, if it lands, iPhone, image side up, it's Bonekeeper.
Oh, we're flipping an iPhone.
Image side up, on my lap, image side up. So okay. that is, in fact, Bonekeeper. Confirmed, 100%. Perfect information on this channel.
That's all we do here.
All right. So then they also showed us the move skill set here, which we're going to show to you and read to you as well. Pow, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the move skill set. I'm going to enhance it. Enhance for my old eyes. And it says, attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has 40% chance of stealing 1 random buff from the target. And attacks all enemies 3 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing one of the following debuff. Wait a minute, I recognize this. This is from forever ago. This is that Cyclone character from the data mine from like months ago, yeah? That hits like 7 times or whatever on their other move.
Yeah, I think you're right. And this wasn't from them. The picture was from them, but this was something someone posted in the chat. So I guess this isn't 100% confirmed.
I have actually seen this before. This was remember they data mined all those like the weird characters? There was like the Archmage that was supposed to be from like Battle Pass 2 and all that stuff that got leaked. And then they were mad and that's why they delayed the Battle Pass. So, okay. Well, I guess that's what that is. Like, so she's going to be nuts, huh?
Well, and I see that passive. The champion can place debuffs on weak hits. Increases damage inflicted by 10% for each debuff.
It's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, I mean, the fusion seems kind of easy-ish. I mean, it's all crappy epics, right?
Yeah, it's not a bunch of new champs, which is always nice. And then she looks cool. I mean, I dig the barbs.
Do we have a picture of her yet, or we just have?
We've got the one. She's behind a wall of red text, but Let's see if I sent that.
Well, we have I guess we have this image, which is our. Whoop.
Yeah, I mean, she's cool looking, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, it kind of looks like Basher, but the girl version. Gender Bender Basher, I think, is what it kind of looks like there.
I believe that's, the official name.
So the question I want to ask you here, Jgigs, is that after we've talked about, now that we've all broken down, we've got all the information perfect, obviously we nailed it, is how exciting is this fusion for you?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, give me a 1 to 10 on your excitement level.
I'd say it's probably like a QVC at 1:30 in the morning. Exciting. That's about where I'd place it on a 1 to 10 scale. Okay. Home Shopping Network.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess we have another character to throw in the tag team. I can watch people tag team with a Cyclone character now.
Yeah, I mean, and I just don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if she's supposed to be another filler, like a Killian or a Skull Lord, or I guess it's not gonna be a meta shifting. Nothing about her kit seems too crazy. So, I guess it's just another
I don't know, man. Block buffs, decreased attack, decreased speed, and then 50% accuracy down. Oh my lord! Then healing reduction. Attacks.
Heal reduction. Then yeah. She's gonna destroy the Sifi meta.
Each hit has a 50% chance of placing one of the following. So this is like, you know what this is? This is like reverse Shamrock. You know how Shamrock's like the old one, like you have a chance.
Yeah.
This is just RNG debuffs.
So yeah, just put her against Shamrock and just watch the slot machines roll.
Her basic attack seems pretty good though. Each enemy hits each enemy twice, 40% chance of stealing one random buff from the target.
Wait, is it single target? Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 40% chance of stealing one random buff from the target. I mean, that seems okay.
I mean, I don't think she's awful. I think she's going to be a little better than Killian probably, but I just don't know what problem she's going to solve for anybody that's free to play or close to it.
I think they're trying to make it like a Sifi killer, where they're trying to make it like this person, or a Rothos killer. What is she? Force?
She is Force.
Or maybe they're trying to make it like a Rothos thing. Like you can hit this guy 3 times, he dies. Because the first version I saw of this, I remember it being called the Cyclone, like Cyclone Tempest or something weird was the move, and it had like. It hit all enemies 7 times, and it didn't do this debuff thing. It was just like hit everyone 7 times, and it had some like damage modifier or something. I'm sure one of the DM miners out there know what I'm talking about. I never showed it in a video, but they had this character built differently like forever ago. And
yeah, I feel like I remember something like that.
Well, I'm kind of glad it's only like the attacking 3 times. So, are you actually playing Raid? Here's the question: getting away from this fusion talk, are you still playing Raid on the daily?
Playing is a strong word for what I'm doing. I make a video for it, and we stream it for about an hour in the morning, and that is about the extent of my playing Raid. I have like 17, almost 18,000 energy pulled up. The resources are just piling up because I don't use them. So I do the stream because that's what the audience is. I feel like I should be giving the audience some Raid. So, we stream in the morning, and we do have a good time. I'm not going to act like I don't have a good time in the streams, but as far as playing the game, it is not in the rotation of games that I'm playing actively right now.
For me, it was like, it is getting hard to figure out, it's like, what does the audience want to see when it comes to Raid? Because it's like, all we really can do is talk about the recent updates. I mean, if the audience wants to see videos on just discussing recent updates, it's like, yeah, I can talk about the updates. But it's like, when it actually comes to playing the game, like myself, there's not like a whole lot to do, It's just...
there's nothing for me to do. There's nothing I want. I don't care about finishing Faction Wars. I can finish all the level 20 dungeons as fast as I want to. I can 2-key Ultra Nightmare. I've got everybody built I care to have built. 3v3 Arena was a little bit of a spark for a minute because I had to put together some new teams. It gave me something to do, but there's just nothing to do. They won't put out anything for us to do. So, unless you're a new player, I think the game just gets stagnant, and that's where I'm at with it. But
Kizzo asked me a good question. He said, what would it be that would make you come back and tell everyone, like, okay, remove the 1 stars, like, what would it take, right? And I was like, it's not like they've already apologized, so it's not the apology. It's not like any of that. The roadmap. If the roadmap that was supposed to, if that actually happens, including Void Tower, like everything, all of them by 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would be happy to let myself get excited about playing this game again if they'd give us a reason to.
And a duplicate legendary system.
Yeah, the duplicate legendary thing really needs fixing. Void Tower at least needs addressing. The fact that they don't even talk about it anymore, like it's just
what
like
happened?
It was never a thing. Like we made it up, and they're just like, well, I don't know, Void Tower. Yeah, I just want to see some effort. That's really, I have so much patience if I think real effort's being put in, and I don't think real effort's being put in with Raid. I think some of the people there are great. Like the individuals that I deal with at Plarium, I really like and I think do their jobs very well. But as far as the dev team and actual improvements to this game, it just doesn't feel like that's the goal.
I looked back because I was curious, after I did my videos on Raid and I just kind of like pieced out and been doing my own thing. I did look back after like a week or something to look because I was curious, and it was like over 1,000 1-star reviews or something. I mean, it was actually like kind of insane because like I posted my video on the Reddit, and then I'm not in like a lot of the Discords. I'm in Brad's and I'm in yours. I just joined yours recently, but I'm not really in a lot of the Discords. So I didn't really like read anything or anything. I just kind of like posted my videos and then just read my own comments. And I read a few of the comments on other people's videos too, but it was surprising to me how long it continued. Because to be honest, I thought for sure when I made the video that what would happen would be, it would be like a few days, people would forget it, go back to it. But it's like people are still talking about 1 stars. Like it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like I'm still seeing people leaving, and not mentioning me or anything in them, just talking about the 1 star. You know what I mean? Just leaving one. It kind of seems like, I don't know, it dropped the rating pretty hard from what I saw. Yeah, it's like down to 4.0, right?
Good. I still get comments on all my videos. Something, it'll just be like a 1 star, like a 1 and then a star symbol, or like a hashtag 1 star raid. It's it's caught on, like, and that's good. I think that's the way it should be. I'm glad that it caught on. I'm glad that it bothered them because nothing else has seemed to bother them, and hopefully it nudges them into. I don't know what it takes. I don't know what it takes to take a company that's making a bunch of money and still convince them that what they're doing is not right. Is very tough. So maybe that's the way to do it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the whole like taking me out of the equation, the part that I thought was funny of this whole thing is like now at a minimum we know, like you're saying, like what it is that they don't like. You know what I mean? Because it's like what I nothing else seemed to matter. Like every person in the YouTube genre was making negative videos. Reddit's blowing up. Like they're banning people from the Discord and forum. No one cares. No one cares.
Yeah,
it's like a couple. What was it? 30 negative reviews, and it was just like, oh my Lord.
Like no, wait. We have to be able to say near perfect rating in the Play Store.
What's the Obi-Wan Kenobi line? You strike me down, become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. It's like, God, gotta save the 30 negative reviews. Like I'm sure those 1,300 or whatever it ended up being. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm sure they ain't liking that. I mean, I left them a 1-star review in February.
Oh, really? But like way back. Oh, well.
Yeah, I said like it could be a great game, and they just refused to do anything with it. And because I almost made another video, just kind of talking about your situation, and then I was like, sometimes I'll think about making a serious video, and then I'm like, I'll just stick to the jokes. So we went with the skits, but yeah, I had that screenshotted ready to show, like, this is how your players feel, and they felt this way before it became a movement, but now you're going to feel it. Like now you're going to see it because you've officially done this for too long. There's a lot of frustrated players in this game, and they're just like, well, whatever. So,
I don't know, man. It's, you know what it makes me think? You know what I actually really miss from playing through all these games? And it's not just Raid. Obviously, other games have problems. But like, what I was thinking about is what I actually miss is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes raid systems. I don't know if you played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but they had like a raiding system where you would go through and there's different phases and your whole class to attack it, and there, you know, and you guys could attack like 4 different phases, and you get rewards for your characters and all that. And it's like, man, that was such a cool system. If they could apply that somehow, and it's basically a clan boss. Think clan boss, okay? But it has like multiple phases, and you can use your whole roster. It's not like you get a key, you put your best roster in. It's like when your characters go in and die, they die. You know, so then it's like, let me put in my next characters. Like, imagine if we had a boss that you just dumped your roster into. You know, it's like there's no keys. It's just when when they're done, and then you just see how good you can do. And you can even back out of the raid and like try again. It was just really cool system because it made the game that otherwise was honestly fairly stale, fairly replayable for a while, just because you got to constantly mix up your roster and not just, okay, what are the 5 I can put in? Because, you know, unfortunately, some of my best videos in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes were really talking about team combinations and stuff in the raids, whereas, and that kept me going a while in that game that I'm thinking about, whereas in Raid, I'm trying to think, why is it so difficult for me to like continue to want to make videos on Raid? And it's just, there's actually... I don't feel smart when I'm making videos on Raid. You know what I mean? Like when I'm making videos on Raid, I feel like I'm doing the same thing like Plarium is. I feel like I'm just milking views. You know what I mean? It's like, let me out here, put another video out on Raid, 40,000 views later. You know, whereas it's like I spend 3 times as much effort than like Exo's video or something. You get like 3,000, 4,000 views or whatever. It's just Raid's so big and popular, but you know, I don't know, man.
It's hard to branch out. Is like, you know, I think even just branching out and doing other stuff, the algorithm is not favoring me because even my raid views are down. But like at some point, I'm going to have to start doing other games. Yeah. Because raid is not conducive to that kind of testing. Like there's some areas, clan boss, there's a bit to do, but it's still limited. And it's so expensive to move gear around and try different things that if you decide you want to do that testing and then make content for it, you're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot as far as your own progression. Because if I was going to rebuild a team right now, I'd probably spend 6 million silver just moving stuff around, not even leveling it up, and then whatever resources I was going to use to test whatever I was building. It's just not that. It's not that kind of game outside of Clan Boss, really. I mean, there's a little bit to be done in the dungeons, but it's so limited because their dungeons are so unbalanced. You need certain things to do certain things, so there's not a lot of opportunity for us to put together teams. Whereas like Summoner's War, I think my second most viewed video is one of the earlier videos I ever made, and it was a free-to-play Giants guide for Summoner's War. It still gets views today, and that's not accessible in Raid. There's not a big free-to-play crowd to make that stuff for, because it's not that possible unless you've got ridiculous gear. You know what I mean?
Or the free to play crowd is like just there to cycle in the content of like new players keeping the game alive, and then they don't really care if they're there. Because like what I've noticed is they do things to like farm the reviews. Have you noticed that when you pull a new character, right? Like if it's a legendary, they'll ask you if you want to rate the game. If you haven't rated the game yet, and you pull a legendary, right after, it'll ask you, do you want to rate the game? Okay, so get this.
What?
No, you didn't know this? Because like I didn't rate the game for like 8 months. So what would happen was you pull like a legendary back and you get a new one. And it's like, oh man, are you enjoying the game? You want to rate it? So if you hit 1 star, like you hate the game, right? Or whatever, just it disappears. Okay, it's like, okay, and you think, okay, I'd rate the game 1 star. If you rate it 5 star, it jumps you out of the game to go actually rate it in the store. Because when you hit the button in game for a low rating, it just never happened. But if you hit 5, it takes you out. It's like that's why the review works. Is because it's brilliant. If you hit like I think it's 3, 2, or 1 star, but if it's 4 or 5 star, it takes you to the App Store. So it's like
that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's filtering. It filters people out. You know, based upon. It's also really funny to see this whole hacker situation. You've been following this because they're talking about the numbers and all that. And I've had the game files like for the last year. And so I know for a fact when they were talking about that shards have a predetermined number, and I know for a fact that was true because I've seen it. Mm-hmm. You know, so it was like seeing all this stuff come out, I don't know. And the great part is I'm not an NDA, so it doesn't matter. You know, I can talk about anything I want, right? I don't know if you had to sign one when you got in, but
I signed one, but I don't have a lot of information on that. I'll say that for them to make that post that basically said this stuff isn't possible. It's like, how I don't understand how you make that post with a straight face when there are videos showing you the hacks. They're showing you it's possible. How do you just make a post and say none of it's possible? Of course it's possible. Someone hacks.
I think they're doing to be fair, I think they're doing plausible deniability, that someone simulated like their own thing on their side and then just, you know, like ran the game as like a fake game, you know, like a private server, basically. I think that's their argument. I don't buy that personally. I mean, just because like when you open yourself up to the PC side of things, they added a play and play client. You open yourself up to vulnerabilities and to tricking your server. You know, I mean, I'm not a programmer. I don't need to be one to understand that, you know, basic sense, right? And so, plus the stuff that I've seen, it's like that's probably legit. Plus the Russian, you know, the CNL clan, right? The Russian guys, you know, Cartman and all that, yeah. Like I talk to Cartman sometimes, and like he sent me all that info and stuff, and talked to me about it too. So like that's legit from what I've seen. You know, it just is, and so that's kind of hilarious. The other thing I wanted to ask you about was the tag team thing. So what's going on with like you get into the green bar, and it's like, sorry, you don't get promoted. What happened? Because obviously I'm not following this. So what is going on with that?
I don't know. I have noticed that I have not been getting promoted as I should, but it just comes from just being so generally uninterested in the game that I honestly have not even been keeping up with the post. I just see it. I'm aware that they're making posts about, you know, fill out this form if you didn't get promoted and you should have, and we'll move you up. I just don't care. I'm not really trying to climb. It was just something fun to do for a few days. I think it's already kind of run its course for me. We do it in the stream sometimes, but yeah, I have just stopped following it, to be honest. I don't care. I knew it was going to be broken anyway. And it's not even like it matters if it's not broken. It's still broken, even if it's not broken, because they just dumped everybody into bronze. So now anybody that actually should be in bronze or silver has to wait 3 months before bronze cleans itself out.
And meanwhile, the shop's not even open.
It's so bad, dude. It's so bad.
I just don't even know what to say at this point. You know what I mean? It's like, you know how many comments I get where it's like, DM, I miss your rant videos. DM, please come back to Raid and start ranting. It's like, yeah, I get it. I have 40,000 subs and they all want to watch me yell at Raid. That's what you guys subbed for. You signed on. I get it. It's like, I can do that, but it's like, are you know, it's gone to the point where it's even dry to do that. You know, It's like, it's done. We've done it, boys. It's,
Yeah, well, I think the problem is like you at a certain point you get so detached that you're not even frustrated anymore.
Yeah, that's bro. You just nailed it. You explained it way better than I was explaining it. That's what it is. It's like it. Yeah, you want me? I'm no longer surprised. You know, it's like
Yeah, exactly. I don't care enough to even be mad about what you're doing anymore. I'm
the most depressing. Raid Shadow Legends talk of all time. It's like that abused relationship. I don't even care anymore.
Right. It's that principle of like you keep yelling at somebody long enough, they're gonna stop hearing you. It's like that's kind of what Plarium is to us. It's like they've sucked for so long, it's hard to even notice it.
We're that shy person, out in the crowd, and everyone just thinks you're the quiet person. Really, you're getting beat at home. You know. It's like God. Oh well. All right, boys. Well, we're going to do the part 2 actually over on Jgigs' channel. So this is part 1. If you want to continue the discussion, go over there. We'll put a link to his video here. And so any last words I suppose this is a podcast of sorts because we're going on 24 minutes here. So we're going to call it the Whale Podcast.
Yeah, part 2 is going to be where I convince you to come back to Raid.
Oh.
So it's going to be a good one.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, you got your battle set ahead of you there.
Yeah, I think when you see these notes of what they're working on, You won't be able to say no.
All right. Okay, boys. Well, subscribe by hitting the button over there. Click up here to watch another video. And click up here to subscribe to Jgigs over his face over there. Point at your face, Jgigs. It's on your face. There you go. Okay, boys. Bye-bye now.